Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So I want to just talk to you today on a follow-up video of my 24 hours with the Xiaomi Mi 8. Now this phone definitely is a phone that's going to impress. With the specs of all the latest flagships that are offered in the US and across the board for it to be considered a flagship device, this is a win. And this phone right now is on promo for $365. So hit the link in the description where you can grab yours. It definitely has LTE for the US. I've tested this already for you, so you should be good to go in most areas throughout the entire United States. Now, this phone, what's starting to make these phones a little bit more appealing than running out and purchasing, like the Poco phone is extremely appealing to people because some people in the US are willing to deal with getting 3G speeds, and this phone has LTE speeds, but they get such a better deal, you know? You get a Snapdragon 845, 6 gigs of RAM. You know, this is just such a good purchase, and the hardware is extremely premium in my eyes. It may mimic other designs, but you know, it's a very good design, and it looks better on this phone and this blue color especially. My experience with the phone though, I want to do just a brief video for you real fast and let you know that the phone is performing exactly how I thought it was going to perform. Now, since I did the unboxing video, I've put up another video on how to turn on or enable the facial recognition. It is really fast, folks. I mean, like crazy fast. I'm going to just demo it for you right now. If I can get in view. All right, so you just keep an eye on the phone. And it's on. That's fast, right? So I have it for raise to wake. So just keep your eye on the phone. Watch. That's fast, right? That's really fast. So in order to do that, you go into the settings and you go to additional settings and you change the region to India. Now some people, you can try it in other regions, but I've always done it with India because that is how it is on the Poco phone too. But it's fantastic. It's great. It's just a good look. There's things about some phones, man, it's just hard to overlook them and not give them the credit where credit is due. I was on a live stream earlier tonight and I told people that I'm not afraid to reach over into a different market and get a phone because this phone right here is a phone that I could keep over several other phones for years to come. The pricing is right. Like when you consider and you think about how good the OnePlus 6T's price is, even at the cost, this phone still costs less. This phone is $400. Now, I'm not saying this phone is better than the OnePlus 6T, but technically it's the same phone. Okay, so this is the 6 gig, 64 gig model. They have a 6 gig model, but it just has 128 gigs of RAM, but they don't have expandable cards. And these phones right here, and 64 is enough for most people. I think 128 should be the baseline for certain phones. But when a phone like this is 400 or less, like that's the price, I can deal with 64 gigs, but it does come in 128 and up to a 256 gig. So that's a huge plus. I mean, the phone has a fingerprint reader, a dual camera setup that's just off the charts, man. A 20 megapixel front camera. It's really, really good. I mean, really good. Yeah, I mean, it's got portrait mode. It's got all the things, got AI cameras, all the things that a person would want in a phone for some bang for buck. Now it doesn't have a headphone jack, but you do get Type-C and you get a bottom firing speaker that's decently loud. It's all right. But most phones today are taking away the headphone jack. Why they're doing that, I don't know. But a phone like this, just like I said on the OnePlus 6T, for what I'm getting, that phone gets a pass. And this phone definitely gets a pass because it's a lot less in price than the 6T, and it has all the same internals pretty much. This processor, the you know, Adreno 630, it's all there. 6 gigs of RAM, it's there, and it's got great cameras too. So this is kind of one of those. It's just another complete package phone. You know what I'm saying? So, and I say that because phones now are getting so good. It's hard to pick a phone. And so what I've done in my way of choosing a phone, because I have more at my disposal than you do, more than likely, is watching this video. I can run with any phone I want, but I tend to travel with phones like this. I don't know what it is. The microphones are good for recording. The front facing cameras are really good in certain lightings. It's just really good. So when I do go out to Vegas next year or wherever I travel and some events and things like that, I'm taking phones like this because these are the powerhouse phones that last on battery all day. Some quote-unquote flagship phones cannot make it through a full day on a charge, even though they might have bigger batteries. Now you can tell me, oh Jay, that's because it's a 1080p display. Well, this beautiful 1080p display is a Super AMOLED display, and it's doing it justice. You know what I'm saying? The sensors in here are all the same as the Pixel camera. It's just all these. It's just a big scramble of phones nowadays with phones, and you're getting fantastic phones at great prices. And these are fantastic phones at great prices. I just wanted to do a follow-up, man. I wanted to do a follow-up and let you guys know this phone is everything I thought it would be. The only complaint, if I had to think of one, it would just be the bottom firing speaker again. Like, that's something that I think, you know, you've heard me say before, like, oh, I don't like when they do the earpiece. Well, now at these prices, I think these companies can now do the earpiece. And there's also mods that you can turn on your top speaker for a speaker. But I'm not really, it's not that serious to me. The speaker on the bottom isn't bad. Just like the speaker on the bottom of this one, it isn't bad. It's just, I'm kind of used to stereo speakers. And that's just a preference that I'm starting to prefer. So everybody has a preference. But I can tell you that if you were to pick up this phone and you live in the US, I challenge a lot of you guys, man, who feel like the Pixel is the best phone, the iPhone is the best phone, or, you know, whatever you think is the best phone and it costs more than 400 bucks. I challenge you to get this phone, especially if you're an Android person, because as you can see, I got a different launcher on there now, and I got my favorite icon pack on there. My new favorite is Type 5. That's the icon pack. It's Type 5, and it's free in the Play Store. You know, I just feel like there are so many options out there that you're missing up on if you're an Android user, and this phone is one of them, man. 3,400. Let me say this one more time. And this phone comes up to a 256 gig of storage, but 3,400 milliamp hour battery, which is important. You got to have a phone that powers on and stays power for at least a day in today's world, because social media runs things. You've got to have great cameras. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have a beautiful screen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these things mean a lot to people for social media. So this phone checks the boxes. It's got the processing power. It's there. So if you're in the US, I challenge you to pick up this phone. And it's not about trying to sell you the phone or because of my affiliate links or anything like that. I'm just telling you on this channel, I try to be as honest and forthcoming about anything when it comes to these phones, because I don't want to mislead people into thinking something's great and it's not all that once they get it. And with anything I say, you could get this phone and say, well, it was good, Jay, but it wasn't like super exciting like you said. You'd be entitled to that, because your great could be a fail to me, or your great could be mediocre to me, and my great could be small to you. But with a phone like this, everybody who has the Mi 8, you got to speak up in the comments, man. People who have it already and who have had it for a while, let the other people know what they're missing out on. For real, for real. It's your man Jay Will. I want to do a quick follow-up video with you guys, man. Just talk to you. That's it. Just talk to you and let you know this thing is fire, man. I knew it would be. I didn't have any doubts. I was unsure about the battery life and everything. Battery life is fantastic on here. Cameras, I kind of knew they would be good, but I wanted to go ahead and do a full test anyway. So the screen is beautiful. It's just a hot phone, man. No ifs, ands, or buts. So it's your man Jay, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just a quick discussion video on the Mi 8. Yes, I like it.